Coming up on LUTV News, an Alton man is killed after being struck by a train. We have more on the story. Plus, a robbery pursuit in Jefferson City ends in a car crash. Find out more on what happened. And the latest on Ketanji Brown Jackson's confirmation hearing. Those stories and more ahead on LUTV News. Welcome to this edition of LUTV News. I'm Hadel Abdelkarim. One person is dead after being hit by a train in Alton, Illinois on Tuesday morning. The Alton Fire Department responded to a call near the railroad bridge over Seminary Street near Homer Adams Parkway after a person was hit by a train around 6:30 a.m. The Alton Fire Chief confirmed on Tuesday evening what it was most likely an Amtrak train that hit the person who they say appeared to be a man. The chief also says that no trains were in sight or appear to have stopped near where the body was found. No other details have been released on the incident. Two are still on the run after police start searching for several burglary suspects in Jefferson County on Wednesday morning. Police say the chase started in Cape Girardeau County and ended in a car crash. They say several calls came in reporting gunshots in the area during the chase. It's unclear who fired the shots. One boy was taken into custody. No officers were hurt. Police say multiple weapons were found in the car. The Arnold Police Department are investigating. Two men are charged after a 13-year-old boy dies from an overdose during a sleepover at his friend's house in Washington, Missouri. Police say 13-year-old Zachary Foster was at his 12-year-old friend's house the night Foster overdosed last August. A detective says the boys were experimenting with the parents' drugs. Police say they found meth and other drugs in the house. Police say the 46-year-old mother, father, and a female tenant are all arrested on different drug charges. A 7-year-old girl and 12-year-old boy who also lived in the house are in state custody. Investigators are looking for several thieves who stole about $75,000 worth of high-end perfume and electronics from several stores. St. Charles Police says the thefts happened in St. Charles County, St. Louis County, and Fairview Heights. According to the St. Charles Police Department, they believe 3 men and 2 women were involved. Police say they were able to obtain surveillance video of the suspects fleeing in a white Chevy Impala with significant body damage to the rear passenger side bumper. Anyone with information is asked to call St. Charles Police. A man is in custody after being accused of firing shots at businesses in St. Charles Wednesday morning. Police say the shooting happened around 11 p.m. Tuesday night on North Main Street. At least 3 businesses had bullet holes in their window, including a government building. The gunman took off, but police caught him after using spike strips to stop his car. Authorities say the suspect was caught on I-64 at Mason Road. An overturned tractor trailer shuts down Interstate 55 in East St. Louis. Police say the tractor trailer shut down the southbound lanes. They say the truck overturned at mile marker 2 near the split. We don't know if the truck driver or if anyone else was hurt or not. Straight ahead on LUTV News, Ukraine's military begins to fight back against Russian forces. Find out more when we return.
Doesn't always wear a cape, but she always has time for a hug, a smile, for going the extra mile. My Shiro stretches every dollar, puts in long hours, puts others first. But now it's your time, Mom. When you're ready to retire, we want you to be able to enjoy it. It's time to start saving now. A free 3-minute online chat can give you the personalized tips you need to start boosting your retirement savings today. Visit aceyourretirement.org.
Right now, a future president could be running as a local candidate on your ballot. This person wants to represent you, your family, and your community. Do you know who they are and what they stand for? Vote411.org is your tool for accurate and unbiased election information on the candidates running in local races. Just enter your address to get started. Your vote is your power, the power to decide who represents you in every election. Get online, get the facts, and make your voice heard on Election Day. Powered by the League of Women Voters Education Fund.
Supreme Court nominee Ketanji Brown Jackson defends herself for the third day at confirmation hearing. According to the Associated Press, Republicans say that Jackson was too soft on child sexual abuse cases. If confirmed as an independent jurist, Jackson would become the first Black woman on the High Court. The Associated Press says that hearing lasted 13 hours, taking questions from senators before the Judiciary Committee. One word that Jackson repeated is impartiality as she discusses her method of ruling as a judge. The Ukraine military is seeking to retake lost ground to Russia. For the first time since the Russian attacks on the country began, the Ukrainian forces are pushing back with the hopes to take back their country. According to officials, Russian forces still remain legally stalled around the capital of Kyiv, but the Ukrainian Defense Ministry claims to have driven occupying Russian troops out of Makariv. Taking back Makariv allows for Ukraine to have control of a highway to the west. Ukraine President Volodymyr Zelensky continues to plead with Russia for a peaceful solution. President Joe Biden heads to Europe on Wednesday after being pressured to do more to help Ukraine. President Biden is scheduled to attend a last-minute emergency meeting for NATO leaders in Brussels to discuss the response of the Russian invasion to Ukraine. He also plans to attend a meeting of Group 7 leaders and a European Council gathering. He will then travel to Poland to discuss the military and refugee crisis that the country finds itself in. The trip will prove to be a huge opportunity for Biden to show his leadership skills in a time that people are referring to as one of the worst periods of European conflict since World War II. 6 teens are killed when 2 cars crash in southern Oklahoma on Tuesday. The Highway Patrol says that just before 12:30 p.m., some high school students who were driving a 2015 Chevy Spark got hit by a semi in Tishomingo. That's about 100 miles southwest of Oklahoma City. Authorities say the victims were a 16-year-old, 2 17-year-olds, and 3 15-year-old girls. The semi-truck driver was not hurt. Authorities say the 16-year-old driver and 1 17-year-old passenger were wearing seatbelts at the time of the crash. The victims' identities have not been released. Former Secretary of State Hillary Clinton tests positive for COVID-19 on Tuesday. Clinton tweeted, "I've got some mild cold symptoms, but I'm feeling fine. I'm more grateful than ever for the protection vaccines can provide against serious illness." Her husband and former President Bill Clinton has tested negative, but will quarantine just to be on the safe side. Dirty surfaces at a popular baby formula maker are being blamed for a recall that is linked to a handful of infant illnesses. That's according to the FDA's investigation. Health inspectors just released a report that Abbott didn't maintain sanitary conditions at its Michigan manufacturing plant. The findings are linked to a cluster of infant illnesses and 2 deaths from a rare bacterial infection. Abbott says it's taking this very seriously and working closely with the FDA to implement corrective actions. The company already had a recall on products in February due to the hospitalization, and the recall has extended into March.
The rain is hitting off and on in the St. Charles area, but when will it all end? Stick around to find out what we can expect for the weekend.
As a dad, every day is a challenge.
To make sure that the time that I have, I spend with them.
It doesn't matter how tired you are, you have to
Trying to teach them.
when they learn something new, and you can just see in their faces. It's such an incredible moment. It's those moments that are my favorite.
listen, you're my friend.
I noticed you haven't really been yourself recently.
Yeah, I feel like something's up.
How are you?
Are you okay?
Is there anything you want to talk about?
I just want to know how you're feeling.
And listen, even if you don't know what to say, I'm here to talk.
No matter what you're going through,
I just want you to know I'm here.
I've got your back.
when you want to talk, I'm here.
The rain is continuing in the Midwest and over towards the East Coast. Some parts of the northeastern Midwest and up to Canada are seeing snow on Wednesday. Severe weather from the southern states continues to push its way towards the East Coast and up to Ohio. The system has already brought along tornadoes in several states. The Northwest is going to see yet another rainy day as some precipitation pushes in from the Pacific Ocean. The St. Charles area keeps on its rainy trend for the week, but took a break, leaving Wednesday morning a cloudy one. It's currently 50 degrees in St. Charles, with the rain to continue Wednesday night. Maryland Heights is 49 with showers starting back up this afternoon and into Wednesday night as well. St. Louis is 50 with the same approaching rain. Towards the west, St. Peter's and O'Fallon are both 49 with showers showing up Wednesday afternoon and continuing into Thursday. That rain may be continuing Wednesday into Thursday, but luckily the sun is not disappearing forever. The showers should stop Thursday afternoon, with the clouds moving out of the way Thursday night. The temperature will be remaining in the 40s throughout the day. Friday will see the sun paired up with temps of up to 60 degrees. While Saturday is also seeing the sun, it will be just a little bit chillier with a high of 51. Expect to keep your umbrella on you for Wednesday and Thursday, but it won't last forever, as we are getting a glimpse of the sunshine this weekend. For LUTV News, I'm Mallory Vasquez. Back to you, Hidel.
At least one person is dead and thousands are without power after a tornado tears through New Orleans Tuesday night. The National Weather Service confirmed 3 tornadoes had hit the area. They say one hit to the north of Lacombe, another one touched down in the lower 9th ward of New Orleans, and the third one swept through St. Bernard Parish. Officials say more than 2,500 homes and businesses were left without power on Wednesday morning. That's down from more than 10,000 late Tuesday. Crews are working to restore power. A major construction project is trying to fix a stretch of Interstate 70 near Wentzville that's been the scene of some serious crashes. The new improvements are going to focus on the area between Wentzville Parkway and Route Z. MoDOT says there will be 2 lanes added in both directions. They will also replace an existing railroad bridge and make that bridge taller. MoDOT also says to expect some traffic delays. They plan to keep at least 2 to 3 lanes open during the construction process. The project will cost more than $38 million. The construction is set to begin in the fall of 2023.
The Cardinals have come to terms with several players, but a couple will be heading to potential arbitration. Find out who when we come back.
Have a good one. Hi, can I get a nail bite, please? What's going on? Hey, let me get a nail bite. Sure. $1.
love to go on a date. How does it taste?
The Blues defeated the Washington Capitals by a final of 5-2 on Tuesday night. The Blues went down early and forward Brandon Saad tied it shortly after. Saad was the first star of the game with a goal and an assist. That was his 19th goal of the season. Blues winger David Perron extended his goal streak to 7 games as well. Defenseman Torrey Krug sustained an upper body injury during the game. This now brings the Blues to 35-18-9 on the season. Their next game is on Thursday against the Flyers. The Cardinals have 7 arbitration-eligible players this year. The team has reached agreements with Jack Flaherty, Dakota Hudson, and Jordan Hicks, but they failed to come to terms with Tyler O'Neill and Harrison Bader. They will head to arbitration unless they agree to terms before their potential hearings. The #1 women's tennis player in the world announced she will be retiring at age 25. Ash Barty announced on a social media post it was difficult to walk away from the sport. Barty has racked up 15 singles titles and 12 doubles titles in her time on the WTA Tour. She said that there would be more information at her next press conference. Phil Mickelson will not be playing in Augusta for the Masters next month. Mickelson has not released any information about why he is not playing. What we do know is that some of his sponsorships have dropped him, and his biggest one, Callaway, says their relationship is on pause. Mickelson's absence from next month's Masters poses the question of whether he will defend his PGA Championship title in May. The U.S. Football League says they will have some different rules than the NFL. The USFL says the rules will place a bigger emphasis on offense and making big plays. They also say the new rules will give teams who have fallen behind in the game a better chance to get back into it. The USFL's first game is April 16th, where the Birmingham Stallions will take on the New Jersey Generals. From LUTV Sports, I'm Mason Goffey. Back to you, Hidel.
A produce stand that was selling cannabis was raising some eyebrows at a recent Soulard farmers market. People were calling it the Budman stand. There were large bins of unwrapped buds for sale. One sign even said 10 pounds for $5,000. St. Louis city officials say Budman's products fall under the legal CBD category, but they are concerned though about one sign at the stand advertising Delta 8 THC products. Delta 8 is not intoxicating in small amounts, but can be in large ones. The Budman stand will not be allowed back at Soulard Market until city officials can clear up any confusion over exactly what is being sold. The sea lions at the St. Louis Zoo are in spring training to gear up for their upcoming performances. Zoo staff is working with the animals on a variety of tricks and athletic activities at the Judy and Jerry Kent Family Sea Lion Sound Exhibit. The spring training consists of shows that run daily through March 27th. Guests are able to purchase tickets to watch the training shows. The Sea Lions are kicking off their regular spring weekend shows on April 2nd. That's it for this edition of LUTV News. I'm Hidel Abdelkrim. Thanks for joining us.